Today we are talking about an abuse tactic that all narcissists use to groom us, manipulate us, confuse us, and hook us. Today we're talking about something called breadcrumbing, and all narcissists use it, and it's extremely effective, especially if you were raised by a narcissistic parent, because you will have already had plenty of experience with this form of manipulation. Therefore, it will feel normal to you and usually won't alarm you that this isn't normal, this isn't love, and this is not how normal people in a relationship treat each other. Breadcrumbing is also a very effective tool at establishing and maintaining the trauma bond or the addiction that we develop to the narcissist. So today we are going to explore and explain breadcrumbing, how it works, and what it looks like. But first, if you are new to this channel, I'd like to take a moment and welcome you and invite you to please subscribe and be sure and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos every week. Also, if you are interested in private one-on-one narcissistic abuse recovery coaching with me, please visit the link in the description below. Okay, so today we're talking about a grooming, manipulation, and abuse tactic that narcissists use called breadcrumbing. Now, breadcrumbing is used to describe what some people do when they are interested in someone romantically, and in this context, it basically means leading someone on using online or electronic forums to keep this person's interest in you, even if you never intend on becoming romantically involved with them. So this person behaves as if they are very romantically interested in order to make the other person romantically interested, and the person breadcrumbing may just be doing this as a means of entertainment, as well as leading many other people on in this manner. It basically is an act of sending out flirtatious but non-committal signs or breadcrumbs in order to lure in a romantic partner without putting forth much effort. Basically, it just means leading someone on. And narcissists are famous for using breadcrumbing in this context. However, they also use this form of manipulation in a slightly different context in their committed relationships or their relationships with their friends or kids, you name it. Narcissists utilize breadcrumbing in their relationships, their more committed relationships as well, as I mentioned, and they do it slowly over time. So for example, if you have had or are in a relationship with a narcissist, then you were likely love bombed in the beginning, meaning you were showered with the narcissist's time, love, and affection. It would have seemed like the narcissist only had eyes for you and you were never left wondering where you stood with the narcissist or if or when you might receive their love and affection. During the love bombing phase, all of these things are being given freely by the narcissist and consistently and completely. However, after a while, there will be occasions where the narcissist seems distant or possibly doesn't say I love you as much as they used to, or is unwilling at times to spend time with you. It confuses you. However, you will chalk it up to them having a bad day or a bad week or whatever, not making a big deal about it. And usually within a short amount of time, you have the loving and attentive partner back that you are accustomed to. However, as time goes on, these breaks in their love and affection continue without any real rhyme or reason to them, and they are starting to become a little bit distressing to you as you try and understand what in the world is causing the narcissist to ignore you or even reject you at times. You start wondering, where is the wonderful man or woman who is so loving and affectionate? Inevitably, as you search for answers, you conclude it must be something you are or are not doing. So you start to pay attention to your behavior, and the narcissist when they are in this happy and loving stage so that you can replicate it when the narcissist turns cold. Next thing you know, here comes this cycle where the narcissist is being quiet or preoccupied or just downright rejecting, which is uncomfortable and not fun for you. So you start turning on the charm. You start catering to the narcissist and giving them everything you think they want from you in an effort to get back the nice, attentive, kind person that you fell in love with. And lo and behold, it works, at least in the beginning. So you think to yourself, all I have to do when the narcissist turns cold is try harder to give him or her what she or he needs and wants, and this rejecting behavior will be over and we can go back to being our normal, loving, and affectionate selves. However, as time goes on, these episodes of them being rejecting or mean become more frequent and last longer than they did before. And you are thinking, well, what has worked in the past is for me to try harder to make them happy. Try harder to cater to their needs and wishes, and this will be over. That's what has worked in the past, so it should continue to work in the future. But slowly, very slowly, these episodes just continue. Sometimes they end relatively quickly, sometimes they don't, but you have now become accustomed to doing everything you possibly can to keep the narcissist happy at all times. You have officially gotten into the never-ending hamster wheel of desperately trying to keep the narcissist happy at all times in order to avoid one of these episodes or to end one. But every once in a while, you will get a glimpse of the wonderful, attentive, loving person you fell in love with. However, the rejecting and mean version is much more present these days than the loving and kind version. The narcissist has successfully groomed you to accept his or her breadcrumbs of love and affection. Because these cycles started very slowly and gradually, you didn't notice the fact that the narcissist's needs, desires, and wishes were slowly becoming the only thing that you focused on or were concerned with. If you stopped to take a hard look at the situation, you would realize that over time, your needs, desires, and wishes have been acknowledged and tended to less and less and less as time has gone on, and the narcissist's needs, wants, and desires have slowly become the focus of this relationship. Eventually, you see you have become accustomed to accepting breadcrumbs of love and affection from the narcissist while you are catering and consumed with meeting the narcissist's needs at all times. And this, ladies and gentlemen, happens in all narcissistic relationships. But because it happens so gradually, we don't usually notice until it's too late. It's critical to understand the narcissist knows exactly what they are doing. This is intentional. It's a form of grooming, psychological abuse, and its goal is to get you to the point where you accept and expect so little out of the narcissist, while the narcissist expects complete devotion and attention from you. Otherwise, you will go into a cycle of the narcissist ignoring, abusing, or rejecting you, which at this time, because of the cycles, the trauma bond is completely established and working in the narcissist's favor, just as he or she has planned and implemented this entire time. And that is what breadcrumbing looks like in a committed relationship with a narcissist. And it is so sad that we have accepted such disregard in tiny bits of love and affection as acceptable. The goal of the narcissist is to get you to the point where you expect little to nothing from them, while they expect the world from you. And that is, in essence, breadcrumbing by a narcissist and the overall effect it has on the victim. Okay, that's going to do it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on my other social media platforms. The links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone.